We are continuing our lesson from where we ended at that time under environment. Our last lesson, we learned about the meaning and scope of environment, and we also learned about types of environments and so on and so forth. Today, we are going to look at environmental degradation. The environment that we learned, we have so many benefits towards the environment, and there are other activities that we human or other natural phenomena, when it occurs, it also affects the environment for us to get what we have to get from that environment. So today we are going to look at environmental degradation. And when we talk about environmental degradation, what does it mean? The meaning, or it can be defined as the gradual destruction of the quality of the environment, which in most cases is caused by human activities that makes it impure for living organisms. And what are some of these activities that distract or degrade our environment? We have indiscriminate sand winning. When you talk about indiscriminate sand winning, what does it mean? Yes, for the purposes of construction and other activities, we will need sand to build. So a place whereby we see tipper tracks on our road carrying some load of sand, tripping it somewhere for block laying and other construction activities. The question is, where do we get those sand from? We go out there mostly in the remote areas to wind or to fetch it, the top soil, and then we put them in that buckets, and then we trip it to our various sites for construction. But the issue is, how proper can we do it? Some people just fetch it, clear the topsoil, dig it out, and after that they leave the soil there just like that. When you do that, the topsoil, which contains the soil nutrients, have been fetched out. Most of the plants covers have also been destroyed, and when you leave it like that, the land becomes infertile. So that land cannot be used for any purpose again as far as agricultural activities is concerned. So this is what is called indiscriminate sand winning. Learners, please, most textbooks use the term sand winning. If you just use the term sand winning without proper explanation, it is wrong. We have indiscriminate sand winning. That is correct. Then we also have indiscriminate bush burning. And this is very interesting. For those of you who have had a chance to be at the farming communities, whereby in most cases the forest zones, whereby we do slash and burn around the month of, let's say, March, April, February, then most farmers who depend heavily on the weather goes to their farmland, slash or clear some piece of land. They allow the weeds to dry up, and then they set fire to burn the weeds, preparing a way for them to sow or cultivate their farm products like sowing of maize and other cereals, or cultivation or propagation of cassava and those things in most forests. Some people go to the heart of the forest, or let's say the center of the forest, to clear portion to do that. Now the question is, when they are burning, there are other trees that have not been cut, but you know that forest, definitely there may be dry leaves under the forest. So when you are burning the portion that you have created, you don't create fire belts. That is fetching or making sure that you have create fire belts all around the portion of land that you are going to burn. It may end up burning the other side, and in most cases, we hear cases like palm oil tappers causing indiscriminate bush burning. We also have droughts or desertification causing those things. Now, when it comes to preparing or burning of our agricultural farmlands, if we don't take certain precautions, we end up burning a portion that we don't need it. Some even end up burning cocoa farms, oil palm plantation, orange farm, and so on and so forth. Then we have indiscriminate disposal of solid waste. This is mostly prevalent in the towns and cities. Some people, upon pulling their septic tank, that is the one that most people call it the manhole. When those people come, let's say the waste tank, the car, the toilet car, let me put it that way, when they come and pull it, some goes to any nearby water body and then they pull it out in it. When you do that, you destroy the aquatic life. You destroy the aquatic life. And some even go as far as dumping it anywhere. When they get any farmland somewhere, they just go and pull it and push it there, leave it there. Some may say that human feces, excreta, may serve as organic manure, but please, if you don't treat it proper, it may also have an adverse effect on the environment. We have decay or carcass of animals. It also causes environmental degradation. Now, environmental degradation, when some animals die and you don't take proper care of them, and it is the smell, the scent, you can't even live around. Sometimes some water from our gutters, the smell that it produces, we can't even bear with it. And all these things causes environmental degradation. We have alluvial mining. The term alluvial mining refers to what? Mining activities that is being done inside water bodies. In most cases, rivers. Alluvial mining is mostly done in our rivers, especially in Ghana here. You see, some illegal miners will block the waterways, the channel of the river, and go into the hut or the channel of the river and wind or dig out mine gold at the bed of the river. And after that, because they add certain chemicals like cinder or mercury and so many things, some even after digging out, they mix the water, and the water is being mixed with the sand, making it muddy in some ways. When you do that, you are destroying the quality of the environment. We have volcanicity, volcanic eruption when it occurs, especially all those who live about few meters around the mountain or the area that it occurs. If you breathe in air, the air is being polluted, and any living organism that lives around, that takes in air, if you breathe in air, you may die. All plant covers around the mountain also dies out. So volcanic eruption also causes environmental degradation. We have oil spillage. Oil spillage. When you talk about oil spillage, most of the crude oils are being mined inside water bodies. Especially in Ghana here, our Sankofa field is located at Cape 3 Point, Azim, and it is being mined in the Gulf of Guinea. So if the pipelines are not being fixed well, and the process of drilling the oil, some is being spilled into the sea, most of the aquatic life are going to lose their life. They are going to die. And when something like this occurs, we end up destroying our environment. And this one, bathing in water bodies. In most villages, when we were young those days, you go to riverside or stream side, you go and swim and those things. In fact, it's not good for us to swim in water bodies. Even when you swim in water bodies, there are so many effects that you may get it when you do that. Then we have wrongful application of agrochemicals or bad farming practices. Some farmers, in fact, when it comes to agrochemical, we are talking about agricultural chemicals that we use it for farming. Some can be weedicides, some can be pesticides, some in so many ways. So when all these manures are being applied on a piece of land and it becomes excessive, it sometimes increases the pH of the soil. And when the pH of the soil becomes high, in fact, the soil loses its fertility. And when something like this happens, if the soil fertility is being lost, all the plant covers feeding on that soil may also die off, causing it to be the land to be bare. And when this thing continues for a longer time, that place may be out of no plant cover. That is the essence of desertification. So this is how it could be. And then fumes from vehicle exhaust pipes and heavy industrial machines. This is mostly occurred in our towns and cities. Some cars, when you pass by, the smoke that comes from the exhaust pipe is more than volcanic smoke. Sometimes when the driver hits on the accelerator, you see a lot of smoke spilling in the environment. And some heavy industrial machines, the smoke that it produces into the air, it's not fine. All these things causes heavy effects on our environment. Most of the time, it destroys our ozone layer. And the ozone layer is the one that protects the sun's ultraviolet rays from reaching the earth. And when that thing is destroyed, it causes heavy effects on the environment, which is very bad. Then we have swimming, washing in water bodies. That washing and bathing is the same. Swimming and bathing is the same. About washing in water bodies. Even when you watch most of our epic movies, like Ghanaian and Nigerian movies, you see those epic movies that we mostly act them at the village centers and those things. Sometimes you see princess is going to bath where? In a river. Sometimes a whole community will carry their things, dirty things, and go to riverside to go and wash. Some even wash inside the river. Some are kind enough to fetch the water, go through a distance and wash. But others, they even wash and pour the dirty water back into the river. If you do that, you are polluting the river. Hence, you are destroying the environment. We have overgrazing by farm animals. Those who are practicing animal farming, like cattle mostly, or let's say herdsmen, when they target a particular area that they will send their farm animals over there to go and graze, every day they go there to graze. The time will come, that animals are animals, they can eat the grass to eat roots. And when you do this, you are exposing the land into the mercy of the weather. And when such thing occur, desertification may also be involved. So this is not good. We have open defecation. Open defecation. Some people will just look left, right, center, forward. Nobody is coming. They just lose the knicker or the trouser and ease themselves over there. If you do this, you see, the environment will become not healthy for people to even stay around. That stay living around those toilets or other things. It's not healthy enough. There are so many health implications that you may get. So this is the essence of open defecation.